Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Learn IT Tech. In this video, I will explain Neo4j by comparing it with a SQL database. I am assuming you already know SQL tables and joins. So let's first start with simple SQL example because Neo4j becomes easy only after this. So here we'll take two tables, one is employee table and second one is department table. So I have created two tables with their records. First table is employee. In this employee table, I have created three columns. One is primary key, employee ID, second one is name, third one is department ID, which is a foreign key. And another table, department, here also two columns are there. One is primary key, department ID, and the department name. Now to get the data from this two table by joining, what we have to do, we have to write down a query like this. Select e.empid empid e.emp name, or directly we are having a name, so name, then d.dpt name, from employee alias name e, join department alias name d, on e.empid d dot not empid, it's a dpt id, d dot dpt id. So by writing this we can get the data. Okay, so we simply did the join between these two tables. So let's start, you understood this, and let's start by comparing this table, rows, column, everything by with the Neo4j Graphdb. So why I explained you here, because the row and column and the joining must depend on and must comparable with a Graphdb, so that you can easily understand what is actually the differentiation. Because if you know already the RDBMS database, you will assume, or you will start thinking in the form of rows, columns, and their join. So same way I explained you these two, and then we'll jump to the Neo4j. So now Neo4j. So in Neo4j is we are having a same functionality, but to understand firstly or initially you will take minimum small time. So let's compare both. SQL table becomes a label here. So whatever the table name we are having in the SQL called employee, it is a label here, called as a label here. In Neo4j, label nothing but a table name. Second one, SQL row becomes a node. So whatever the rows we are having in SQL tables, first row, second row, these rows are nothing but a node. This is the node. So if we can say what is node, so node is nothing but a one row from the table. So we are having a two row, so that's why we are having a two nodes. First one is with id 1 ram, and second is second id sham. Same way from the department we are having another two nodes. So one is IT department and second one is HR department. So node is nothing but a rows from the relational database. Third one is column values becomes a properties. So whatever the column value we are having in our relational database, columns value means the data, name, ID, and this department name, this is a properties. Properties always stored in a key value form. Key value form means this ID is a key and 1 is a value, this name is a key and ram is a value. So this is the property. So property nothing but a column value which is from the SQL database. Same way we are having in the form of here JSON data key value pair. Next one is SQL join becomes a relationship. So whatever we saw a join there, a left join, inner join, right join, all these type of join will coming considered here as a relationship. Here we don't have multiple joins. Here just we need to connect between two nodes. So here by in this one, if you pass without where clause, if you run this, so you will get against a RAM, you will get a IT department, against a sham you will get a HR department, correct? So same way what we did it in the Neo4j, we are having a connection directly relationship from one node to another node. So RAM is always connected with a department IT department, and sham is always connected with the HR department. Okay, so to whenever we are creating a relationship in Neo4j, we should have to keep meaningful. We have we have to keep put a label. So label, for that we are using a works in. It means RAM works in IT department, sham works in HR department. Okay, so these are the basic difference how the data is stored from the relational to the Neo4j database. Okay.